Your strength is that you have so much support around you. You have so much to give. You have so much, I mean, and this, it's the Suit of Pentacles. So it's actually tangible, practical support, either in the way of people who are supportive or in the way of, you know, actual things that can be leveraged to help you navigate this challenge. Six of Swords. Look how this woman is inside of this boat. She's moving on after a difficult time, after a Five of Swords type conflict and change. She's moving on. She's taking with her what she needs, all of these swords that she has in this ship. You do have resources around you. You do have support around you. One of your strengths will be in moving on. The capacity to move on, to move beyond, to move on from whatever this emotional disappointment is. If it's a relationship, if it's a loss of some other sort, maybe a loss of a job, some sort of emotional disappointment, your strength is in your ability to move on. Hey Cancer, I'm doing things a little bit differently this month, and we are going to do a SWOT analysis for your sign for May 2021. We're going to take a look at your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats, particularly where a challenge is concerned. So we'll look at the challenge as well and get into the specifics of that. So if that interests you, stay tuned. I've been shuffling your cards off camera. I'm going to give it one last shuffle and then we will sync up. Okay, so let's take a look at your challenge, Cancer. Your challenge for May. I'm going to pull 3 cards for your challenge. If this reading resonates with you, hit the like button and also consider subscribing to my channel. I do tarot readings for all signs for each month. We have the Queen of Cups in reversed. So a little bit of emotional instability and difficulty imagining what it is, difficulty aligning your thoughts with your emotions in terms of what it is that you want to manifest. So a little bit of a confusion, lack of clarity, and kind of ungroundedness where your emotions are concerned here in May. This is the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is sort of a lack of alignment where your true desires, your true heart's desires are concerned. Oops, this one was flipped up. Let's pull a few more cards, though, and get deeper into this challenge. Ooh. Ace of Wands in reverse, 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, this has to do with some sort of loss and emotional disappointment. I feel like you're on the tail end of it, though. You're beginning to turn around and take a look at what you have left, what is remaining, what is still there for you, what is still supportive of you. The Ace of Wands in reverse also speaks to a disconnect from something that you feel like that spark that makes you feel happy to be alive. So your essential energy. Could also be that something that you thought was an opportunity turned out to, you know, fizzle out. So there are feelings of loss here, emotional disappointment, you know, like you're out of alignment with your true heart's desire and sort of disconnect from that thing that makes you feel happy to be alive, the joie de vivre, right? So this is happening in May for you. All right, well, let's look at your strengths where this challenge is concerned. What do you got going on for you that will help you, that will aid you in navigating this challenge here in May? Ooh, something popped out right away. 10 of Pentacles, some sort of either inheritance or gift of money, gift of resources, some sort of gift. I don't know that you're totally aware of it. This could also be a lack of awareness. This is a strength of yours, but I don't know that you're completely aware of this strength around the fact, the very real fact that you have so much to offer, so much to give. There's so much abundance surrounding you. And when it comes to getting into alignment with your true heart's desire, I feel like you're sort of, you're lost in the weeds of this loss or this emotional disappointment that you've experienced here in such a way that you're not able to see the abundance or the support that surrounds you. So your strength is that you have so much support around you. You have so much to give. You have so much, I mean, and it's the Suit of Pentacles. So it's actually tangible, practical support, either in the way of people who are supportive or in the way of, you know, actual things that can be leveraged to help you navigate this challenge. But tell me more about the strengths. So we have a lot of cards in reverse, all of them are in reverse. It does seem to suggest either some sort of blockage, or I would go so far as to say a resistance. Tell me more about Cancer's strengths where it comes to this challenge. Shift in perspective, I think, is needed. Six of Swords. Look how this woman is inside of this boat. She's moving on after a difficult time, after a Five of Swords type conflict and change. She's moving on. She's taking with her what she needs, all of these swords that she has in this ship. You do have resources around you. You do have support around you. There's one of your strengths will be in moving on. The capacity to move on, to move beyond, to move on from whatever this emotional disappointment is. If it's a relationship, if it's a loss of some other sort, maybe a loss of a job, some sort of emotional disappointment. Your strength is in your ability to move on. It does feel like a decision of some sort, like a decisive action, like making the decision to move on. That is the strength. Tell me more. Just one more card for strengths for Cancer. These cards are weird to shuffle. They come out in clumps. So we see some emotional instability, a disconnect from your true heart's desire, also from that energy that makes you feel like, I'm going to get up and go, right? I have the energy and the passion and the inspiration to start something new. And a period of loss or mourning, grief, loss, emotional disappointment. This could have to do with love, but it also seems tied to your passion in some way, to what made you feel passionate about something. Tell me more about a strength. There we go. Oh, Three of Swords in reverse and the Lovers underneath that. Wow, and the Emperor. Okay. So we have these three cards here. We asked about strengths. I do see that there was some sort of emotional disappointment, some sort of betrayal in love. This does seem to have been in the past. It feels like it's lingering. Might be something to clean up. A residue is what I heard. It's like residual. The residual effects of some sort of emotional disappointment or heartache with an Emperor type individual. Somebody who's in a position of power, felt like you're king. And gender can be swapped here. If you're masculine watching this reading, it felt like your divine counterpart. Yeah, it felt like a soulmate situation. You know, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse often reminds me of what happens when a long-established couple or relationship breaks up. And then the things that this couple, the abundance that this couple has amassed around them inside of their relationship needs to be divvied up. All right. We looked at strengths. Let's look at opportunities or weaknesses. These are your strengths. Now let's look at your weaknesses. Sorry. Let's use the Osho Zen for that. You know, the Three of Swords in reverse, the Lovers upright, and the Emperor upright seemed less like it was coming out in support of what your strengths are, and more just an explanation of the challenge. Okay, weakness is completion. Yeah, trouble wrapping something up. Putting that last piece of the puzzle in place in order to move on. We have the Six of Swords, which is moving on. So there's something that's sort of tripping you up or holding you back, or some resistance to actually wrapping up this cycle. Putting that last puzzle piece in place. Adventure. There might also be a fear of adventure. You know, there's a lot of innocence, and I would say even potentially in the case of this little girl, ignorance in the purest sense of the word, that is involved with her walking down this path into this rainbow light, right? She's in a dark forest, and she's just following this inspiration that this light, this rainbow light, elicits inside of her. It's just an impulse. And so this is a weakness, right? This, I don't know if it's a resistance to following your impulse into the new adventure. We do have the Ace of Wands in reverse, which is, this is a new opportunity, where like an inspired new opportunity, where your passion is concerned. It's in the reverse. So there does seem to be some sort of resistance to having that type of inspired adventure. And that is a weakness. Something to look at. Turning in. A need for meditation. There's a lot of voices around you right now. And I don't feel like all of them are totally beneficial. They're impinging upon your inner peace. And so turning within, practicing some meditation, even though there might be some, it might be feel very difficult to do that right now. Doing it in bite sizes, like 2 minutes in the morning, then 3 minutes in the morning, and then 4 minutes in the evening. Bite-sized meditations in order to cultivate some peace around you, or at least where your mind is concerned, would be beneficial to you. Okay, let's look at opportunities. Yes, opportunities. Let's work with the Magician, Cancer. Okay, so this does seem to be some sort of emotional disappointment around a loss. For me, it feels like it's coming from, it happened in the past, way in the past. Like this is it feels like a residue that you're kind of wrapping up. There's resistance around completion. Like putting that final puzzle piece in place and walking off into a brand new adventure. You do have resources, abundance, support around you, and your strength here with regard to this challenge is in the literal movement, in literally moving beyond, moving away, moving beyond that conflict and change. Opportunities, King of Wands. Interesting. I wonder if there is an opportunity that's going to come in via a King of Wands type personality. This is somebody who's in a position of leadership and authority, very charismatic, walks into a room, everybody takes notice, very well liked, very highly networked, connected, and knows how to leverage his connections, his network, to turn his dreams into reality. This is often seen or often called the entrepreneur, the business person, very innovative, very inspired. So there may be some sort of opportunity that comes in via a King of Wands type personality for you. I wonder if it isn't even a relationship that's on the horizon, or that you've gotten sort of an inkling of, like this could be a possibility. He does seem to be inviting you in through his gaze. Okay, other opportunities, please. Tell me more about the opportunities here where this challenge is concerned. This is starting to feel like somebody who has the opportunity to be in a new, inspired relationship or have a new adventure of some sort, and is struggling to let go of the past and to move on from something from the past, a pain from the past. Yes, Five of Pentacles in reverse. A pain, a trauma from the past, an emotional loss or a disappointment from the past, and embrace that new opportunity. So Five of Pentacles is really feeling, you know, it's poverty mentality. It's feeling neglected, feeling out in the cold, feeling abandoned, those feelings of abandonment and neglect, particularly inside of relationship or relationships. Opportunity. Yeah, something feels like it needs to be, something from the past is coming that needs to be rectified and completed and let go and moved beyond, is what is coming through here. Another opportunity, please, related to this challenge that Cancer is navigating in May. Oh, here we go. Ooh, this came out in the reverse. It's the Seeker. It's the Fool in the traditional deck. Look at this. Okay. Yeah. Oh, my dear. I don't know if Adventure came out upright or in the reverse, but these two are very much the same. Look at it. They even look the same. The imagery is very similar. The Fool and Adventure. So the Fool, there is some sort of struggle. There's an opportunity here for a brand new beginning, an inspired new beginning, maybe brought in by this King of Wands type character. There's a resistance. I feel like it has to do, the resistance has to do with something that's happened in the past that hurt you straight up, that just hurt you, that maybe you haven't processed completely. But there is an opportunity for you to have this brand new beginning, this new adventure. The qualities of this adventure and also the quality of the Fool or the Seeker card is being able to become that sort of blank slate and drop the baggage so that you can enter into this new opportunity or this new beginning with complete openness to it. And there's a sense of wonder, there's a sense of innocence. And this is the, I mean, when you're taking a leap of faith, the only way that you can actually leap is to have complete and total trust. And so there are issues here around trusting this new opportunity, trusting this new beginning. All right, threats. Let's look at the dark mirror to see what some threats might be for you. I'm just going to pull one card for the dark mirror for threats. I don't want to spend too much time. This is really, threats are just like things that you need to look out for and keep an eye on and be cognizant of. And sometimes pulling this threat card will kind of get to the bottom of the thing that's really hindering or holding up or creating resistance, or the conflict, the internal conflict. So let's pull a card for you and see if it tells us anything more. Cancer. If this reading is resonating so far, hit that like button. If you're interested in a personal reading, you'd like to go a little bit deeper into your personal situation, there is a link below in the description box to my Etsy shop. These cards are quiet. Threat for Cancer. What should Cancer be on the lookout for, be cognizant of, be aware of? A little clue or key to this challenge. So two fell out. We have downcast pride and obsession. Interesting. this thing that you're letting go of, that you feel some sort of loss around. There's humiliation. It's like you felt humiliated by it, and also disconnected from your sense of self-worth, self-esteem. And it's something that you ruminate on. I mean, this uses the word obsession. It has a little bit of a tighter grip on you than you do on it. So there's this sort of subconscious, almost unprovoked rumination on this situation. It sort of plays over and over and over in your mind. We have this card turning within. This is a strength. I feel like this is a way to get a more of a grip on these negative habit patterns, meditation, than they have on you. And sort of a key in actually being able to move beyond. Okay, let's pull a card of guidance for you. My dear Cancer. Yeah, somebody, it does feel like you were involved with somebody that felt like I keep saying he, I don't want to focus too much on gender, but we have the Emperor here. So like this person really felt like your king or your queen, like probably somebody that you potentially married, that you built a life with, felt like a soulmate. And then there was some sort of betrayal. And a splitting up or a divvying up of the abundance and resources that you created together over time. And then you're moving on here with yours. Look at all the swords in the boat with her. And yet you're still stuck in this energy of loss and emotional disappointment. Emotional instability, out of touch with, like unable to connect with your true heart's desire, struggling with that. Ooh, I love this card. Freya. Yes. Cancer. She's my favorite. Bold. Yes, Queen. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. I'm telling you, the King of Wands is a perfect match for Freya. Take risks and be daring. Lead the way. Okay, well, let's read about Freya. Don't play it safe right now. Instead, take bold action in the direction of your true heart's desire. Didn't we just talk about your true heart's desire and sort of feeling disconnected from it? Whoa. Success comes not from timidity, but from committing yourself fully to realizing your dream. Hold the clear intention of success, and it shall come about. Enjoy the excitement of taking risks, of being bold, and of being daring. And be sure to celebrate your success with a party or by splurging on a wonderful indulgence. Various meanings of this card. Take a risk. Make a bold life change, appreciate your body, flirt, go have fun, and celebrate. That's awesome. Okay, wow. Take a risk. How many adventure or seeker or leap of faith cards did we have going on here? Take a risk. There's a resistance to be worked through where this risk is concerned. Inspiration. There's a new beginning where it comes to some sort of inspiration, some sort of passion. Again, a resistance around that in the challenge. Still thinking about this thing from the past that you've lost. This betrayal, this emotional disappointment, this heartache, it sort of plays on you. It just like, your thoughts are dominated by it or can be dominated by it. Could be even happening in the nighttime in the way of dreams. You felt like a failure. Like you failed. The thing to know, though, is that you have these resources that you can capitalize upon. You have this abundance around you that you can leverage to connect with your true heart's desire, to have this new beginning, this new adventure. There is resistance around completion. You will need to be involved in this and really moving on, making a decision. Remember I said it feels like there's a decision, like this is decisive action to be made. Wow, Cancer, I'm wishing you the best in May. I hope you just have a beautiful spring. Take good care.